So, hey, I've been MIA for 2 weeks. I didn't post a video last week because of a few reasons. Firstly, I hit my third trimester, and third trimester has been really interesting so far. I'm officially at 29 weeks. Last week I was at 28 weeks. I'm gonna just wall squat so that you guys can see me, because I'm not sure if you can see the top of my head. Secondly, I got a roommate, which I'm really excited about. She's really awesome. She's another yoga teacher, very zen and chill and grounded, which I love so much. And she's a hyper communicator, which I personally need more of in my life, because one of my shadows that I'm working through is being a proactive communicator. I definitely live life in the moment and in flow, but sometimes that gets me in trouble because I really don't plan ahead and don't communicate things when I'm doing them. And I know that that's something that I want to work on so that I can show my child how to do that in the future as well, because it is a very important skill to be able to communicate your needs, but also with the consideration of others. And that second piece, the consideration of others, is something that I have really struggled with in the past, because I just have grown up having to fend for myself, because as you guys know, or if you're just joining this video, I had a very abusive childhood where all three of my parents, because I have a mom, a stepdad, a dad, were all very abusive and neglectful, and so I had to fend for myself and be very independent from a very young age. And because of that, I developed a shadow self where I just did what I wanted to do and didn't give a fuck about anybody else's like words or what was going on, and it was more of a protection mechanism, and that's just me calling myself out. Anyway, that's why I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks, but because of that, I'm going to post 2 videos this week. You can look forward to a video explaining hypnotherapy, which is what technique I will be using a lot more of in my sessions with clients. So if you're interested in hypnosis or have never really heard about it, the next video will kind of talk a little bit more about that. But today, so I am currently in my very last week of certification through the Yes Apply method for life and success coaching, NLP, which is what Tony Robbins does, by the way, and hypnotherapy, and a few other techniques that have to do with reprogramming the subconscious mind. And I'm really excited to share a lot of what I'm learning with you guys. So today's topic is that you are at cause for your life. And this is really important to me because of the experiences that I've personally been through. And I think it is a really great distinction between people who live in victimhood versus people who see the experiences that their lives, or see the experience that they've lived through in their lives and come out as the victor. So from victimhood to victorious, right? Because when we are at cause for our life, we take our power back. And this topic is so important when going into a spiritual journey and really taking responsibility for yourself, because it allows you to see where you can show up for yourself more. And even if there are circumstances in your life that were not favorable or that you didn't choose, it allows you to empower yourself with the responsibility, right? Responsibility, the ability to respond. And when you take that power back, your life changes 180 degrees pretty much overnight. And there's one or two things that I want to share that have to do with this topic, and there's 2 tips that I want to share. And the first tip is that when you're at cause for your own life, and you're taking responsibility, that ability to respond, right? You are changing the story of your life. And that's really all a spiritual journey. That's like the beginning of that's what the beginning of a spiritual journey looks like. It's that moment when you decide, because you're the chooser, right? That's that moment that you decide that your life is yours and yours only. It is not a product of what other people have told you that you are. How many of us have grown up to believe that we are stupid because someone else has told us when we were younger? How many of us have grown up feeling unworthy because other people didn't see our worth growing up? See, when you're at cause for your life and you're taking that responsibility, you take that power back. You say to those people that that person that called you, you are saying to those people who told you that you were stupid or told you or made you feel that you were unworthy, that they don't get a say. It doesn't matter what anybody else says about you, because the only person whose opinion matters about you is you. And that is what it means to be at cause for your life. So to wrap up that first tip, it's don't let other people dictate who you are at your core. Don't let other people dictate the opinion that you have and the way that you view yourself, because at the end of the day, you're left with you. You were born into this world by yourself, and you will die out of this world by yourself. You will die out of this body, because we don't really die. At least that's what we believe in spirituality, right? Like, we are an infinite being living infinite numbers of lifetimes as humans, dogs, whatever. We incarnate into this world so many times. That second tip about being at cause for your life is that you have the power to change your life based on your purpose. What is it that you came to this planet to do? Every single life, your purpose is different, maybe. At least that's what I believe. But this time, you incarnated into this world for a specific reason. And instead of looking at all of the things that have happened in your life and seeing them as things that happened to you, what if you reframed it to believe that things have always happened for you? And again, that's taking that power back, that's taking that responsibility for yourself and saying, like, I love myself so much that when I do this thing, when I do my purpose, it not only helps me, but it helps every single person that I touch. When we are at cause for our lives, we live fully in our authenticity. And when we live fully in our authenticity, it allows other people to see themselves in their authenticity. See, when you change your life and when you invoke that power within you, it doesn't just affect you. It affects every single person that you touch, because the domino effect, the beauty about humans is that we are mirrors for each other. When someone is able to see you grow and transcend the experiences that you've had, it allows them to see themselves as someone who can grow and transcend the experiences that they have had. So my 2 tips for you today. for being at cause for your own life are taking your power back and not letting anybody's opinions of you matter. They don't matter. And the second, you are the creator. You get to choose, and you get to reframe how everything has happened in your life for you, right? So I'll see you guys in the next video where I explain a little bit more about hypnosis and how it'll help you in your spiritual journey. I want to make sure that I differentiate the purposes of hypnosis and spiritual awakening. I don't want her to bark. Because when we're working with the mind, we're working with a tool. And a tool is only as useful as we make it. But it's important to discern that you are not your mind, right? Even though we do these hypnosis techniques, the NLP techniques, it's not you that we're changing. Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. If you'd like to work with me, all of the information is below. If you'd like to have a session with me, hit me up. There's a free Facebook group down below called Rediscover You, where you can pop in and meet like-minded people like yourself, take a couple free yoga classes. There's also a free meditation below. It's a 10-minute Anapana meditation, and it'll sign you up for my email newsletter that goes out every Monday. And there's also one-on-one coaching with me, which is not free, but it is free to apply. And by the end of this week, you'll be able to work with me at a level where we can use the tool of your mind to change your life. Thank you guys so much for being present, being here, keeping your eyes and ears open and holding space for yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Namaste.